I think the main challenges for people that are staff with lived experience of mental illness are that people are afraid to talk about it in the same way that they would with a physical illness. I think one of the reasons is that, in society as a whole, it's sometimes seen as a sign of weakness.
I have been reluctant to share my lived experience with other staff members because when I have done, I have been judged and treated differently.
Okay, some of the things that I've heard within handover and has been things like about someone with a borderline personality disorder, that their behaviour is quite manipulative, that it's, that they're attention seeking, and experiencing what staff say personally has made me feel that I wasn't be able to actually speak about my own experiences, and that actually having a mental health diagnosis is actually seen as a bad thing.
My skills as a nurse have been largely influenced by my experiences of a mental illness. But because you don't feel you're able to talk about that, you feel that those resources are lost.
I've had several conversations with members of staff, some on my team and some just in the trust in the hospital, where I've been aware that people have wanted to find a place where they can be open about their mental health problems, and they've known I've been open about mine. But I've been aware that those people have also been quite fearful in disclosing and speaking about this. And I've been aware that how nervous people have been, to some extent, dropping their voice when they're talking to me. And I just fear that many people are not seeking that help because they're fearful of something in the background that might find out.
I think society sells to us and conditions us to believe what normal is and what successful is. So if you don't have your dream job and you don't have your dream career and your dream car and your dream relationship, that somehow you failed because you're not normal. And we allow ourselves to believe that.
Hello, I'm Sarah. I'm an occupational therapist.
My name's Mike. I'm the chaplain to the Trust.
Hi, my name's Tracy and I'm a nurse.
My name is James. I work in management accounts team.
Hi, I'm Hannah and I'm a nurse.
Hi, my name's Donna and I'm an administrator.
Joining Hidden Talents led me to realise that I wasn't alone in my struggles. It provided a lot of support for me in actual, being able to be honest with people about it and actually thinking that, I can work within mental health, which prior to actually joining Hidden Talents, all the stigma that I had within work and university, it made me think that I was going for the wrong career.
I wanted to work in mental health through my own lived experience of mental illness. I wanted to give something back to the service.
When I was unwell last year, my team, my colleagues were absolutely amazing.
I was having a really difficult period where I was really struggling with depression, anxiety, and I spoke to my line manager. I felt it was right to do so. And she was excellent. She really listened. She gave me loads of time. She let me describe what I felt my needs were. And she arranged to meet me again. And I felt very supported in this process.
Being able to be open is quite, it removes pressure because you don't have some sort of secret which you're carrying with you. It creates understanding. And I think that's very important because people maybe find the hardest thing to deal with is the unknown.
It was the first time I'd actually gone up and spoken to anybody. And at the end, I went up and I asked, could somebody who'd had psychosis actually come and work within the service? And the response I got was really, really, really helpful. The response that I got was, you're definitely, you need to come and, apply. It's not going to stop you from getting a job.
When I went for the interview, when they asked about my lived experience of my mental health, it made me feel valued, and it made me feel that the organisation was caring and compassionate, and obviously saw mental health and mental illness as an asset.
It was massive. It really, really, it was the real turning point, massive turning point in my recovery, because it was validating, and that I could be my illness, and being a professional was accepted.
When I've shared my personal experience of having a mental health problem with a carer, that has been really positive for me. The feedback that I had for them was that it gave the person a lot of hope. Often they would say to me that they felt that they didn't know what to do, that they felt it was the end of the line for that person. But actually, from them listening to some of my story, they said to me that it's inspired hope in them, that actually you can live a normal life with or without a mental health diagnosis. It doesn't determine who you are as a person.
After I'd been at the Trust for a while, I was asked whether I wanted to or would give induction talks to new starters, talking about my experiences, both positive and negative, of my treatments over the years, over 20 years of mental health diagnosis. And I really enjoy doing that, talking to those who may not have a direct first-hand experience of mental illness, but you can sort of talk to them and see their interest. You see all these faces looking back at you, and people are genuinely caught up, wanting to know more, and you're challenging preconceptions, because everybody who does that talk doesn't come over as a tragic, pathetic patient worthy of pity, but as somebody who's recovered and is able to talk about their experiences in a powerful way. And you can see from the faces, people find it quite compelling.
My role takes me across a lot of different areas in the Trust. I meet a lot of people. I meet a lot of people in different contexts, and I don't feel as though I'm bound or owned by any of those contexts. So I'm very free to be myself, which is a great privilege, and I think that gives a lot of people confidence when they know that I have connection with the Hidden Talent Project and I promote it. They feel as though that maybe there's something in this Trust that is listening to them and is accessible to them to enhance their well-being within their context. And I feel as that's an important offer I can make to people in different areas working in the Trust.
When I was in my early 20s, in my misspent youth, I was in the Navy part-time, and I always used to believe that courage was running into machine gun fire. And I've realised over the years, meeting people with diagnosis and people who've been really struggling with mental illness, that there's a different kind of courage, moral courage, and people sometimes display it by just working and living a normal life as possible.
The benefits of a project like Hidden Talents to an organisation is really vital in respecting those with difficult experiences, to be able to provide the support that people need, to be able to create a workforce that doesn't have difficulty in sharing, that can provide support when it's needed. It's to create a culture that is accepting of human experience.
Dorset HealthCare has a fundamental belief in positive mental health. Mental health is a normal part of life. It shouldn't be the determining factor of someone's life. And at Dorset HealthCare, we're absolutely committed to breaking down stigma around mental health issues, supporting people to actually realise their potential. As an employer of 5,000 staff at any one time, We have lots of staff with experience of mental health issues. We have people with lived experience. They come from many varied professional backgrounds. They have a wide range of skills, and they come to work in order to provide support to others in ways that actually enables others to fulfill their lives. We see lived experience as a very positive asset in our staff who have actually had the experience of mental ill health. They really know and understand what it's like to be a user of service. They understand what goes with mental health in all of its facets. We are proud to work with Dorset Mental Health Forum on the Hidden Talents project. This is a real example, I think, of the real strengths that come from people with lived experience, people who have been able to describe their stories, great stories, inspiring stories of people who are in charge of their own journey to recovery. It's real life experiences that are inspiring. Dorset HealthCare has still got a long way to go in challenging stigma amongst our own workforce, but we hope that you find these stories inspiring as they show the example and the potential of lived experience.